you can go in and put your offering on there. You got to go into sam.gov, you got to get an account and all that stuff. But once you're up and running, you can put your capability there. Then soldiers can go in, they can buy it. They can look at it, they can write reviews on it, they can see what's having success, they can see what the most popular new whatever UASX is. And as they operate it, you can see who's buying it. You can see the rating. So the same way that you would rate a towel rack on Amazon and give it 4 or 5 stars, folks can do that. And you can see what else is being offered, right? And so the greatness of that is it's going to drive competition. It's going to drive the best of breed. It's going to drive pricing the way we want it to go. So we're very excited about what's happening. Another thing that's happening, one of the things that folks get frustrated in our community with is how long it takes to get something not only into production, but then once we talk about through that sort of R&D phase, getting airworthiness. And so we've been working really hard with our teammates over in Army Material Command, the AMCOM, and SRD to accelerate how we're doing airworthiness releases. And so we're pretty excited about that. Okay, that's enough for me. I'll jump in if there's something relevant, but you really want to hear from the experts. So this morning I'm joined by Brigadier General Tony Gibbs. He's the Capability Portfolio Executive for Mission Autonomy out of Fort Belvoir. Mr. Rodney Davis, also a Capability Portfolio Executive for Aviation, so he's right here in Huntsville, Alabama. Colonel Scott Shaw, as I mentioned, repping the maneuver on the ground formations. He's the TID the TID director over at the Maneuver Center, and then Colonel James Brandt at the Aviation TID. He's going to be our lesson learned manager. So with that, I want to leave opening comments for all of you. Tony, I'm going to let you kick it off.
Thank you, sir. So if you're not familiar with CP Mission Autonomy, we actually just stood the organization up, did an activation ceremony at the end of February, so just kicking things off. So we are headquartered at Fort Belvoir, Virginia, but we have elements up in Warren, Michigan, Picatinny Arsenal, Aberdeen Proving Ground, and then some down at Belvoir as well. Pulled in pieces from PO's ground combat systems, CS and CSS, and Soldier, and also a pretty sizable team from the Rapid Capabilities and Critical Technologies Office. So that is our new team. We are still building it, but we are moving out fast. So our requirements are driven really by a new document. It's a characteristics of need statement, still in development. It's in staffing right now, called the Autonomous Unmanned System Characteristics of Need Statement, or AutonomyCon is what we call it. So that document, it really defines how we see platform, payload, and mission autonomy. But more importantly, it prioritizes the effort that we're going to be focused on. My organization is both hardware and software focused, but really the focus that we're taking is not platform centric. It is system of system focused. So bringing packages of capability together to solve Army problems. That includes the networking capability, the software, the mission planning and management tools, and cross-cutting algorithms, which is really what we need to get to this thing we call mission autonomy. So back to the AutonomyCon and the LOEs that the Army has prioritized us on. It's really 5 big things. First of all, it's launched effects. So launched effects is not in my portfolio, it's in Rodney's portfolio, but I see myself as a supporting effort to bring in collaborative autonomy to launched effects, but also integrating those with the ground formation. The second one is engineering operations. Really encompasses 3 things. The big one is breaching operations. So that's one of the things we're working first. But there's also counter-mobility, terrain-shaping obstacles, and survivability in that bucket. The third one is resupply. So resupply really from the division level on down to the last tactical mile. So we do have some efforts already in progress. You may be tracking the Autonomous Transport Vehicle System, which is, we're already in the process of putting autonomy stacks on a portion of the Army's existing truck fleet. Next is CASEVAC, so unmanned CASEVAC, really last tactical mile back to the brigade level is where we're focused there. And then the final one is fires, and for fires the approach we're taking is really just connecting the systems that we already have out there in our formations. It's fielding a lot of the capabilities that we've been demoing for a number of years to include aided target recognition, call for fire algorithms to tee up the optimal weapon target pairing, and actually put that into our formations and scale it across the Army.